Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling guilty, even though you know you didn't do anything wrong? Ever found yourself apologizing just to end an argument that shouldn't have started in the first place? That's not just conflict, that's emotional manipulation. And today we're breaking it down piece by piece. Emotional manipulation is subtle, it's slow, and it never announces itself. It doesn't start with shouting or violence, it starts with doubt. Doubt in your memory, doubt in your feelings, doubt in your worth. It begins when you stop trusting yourself and start relying on them to define reality. And that is exactly how they take control. What exactly is emotional manipulation, you ask? Emotional manipulation is a form of psychological control used to dominate your thoughts, feelings, and behavior without you even realizing it. It's not always obvious. In fact, the most dangerous kind comes dressed as love. It's a partner saying, "I only said that because I care." It's a friend saying, "You're too sensitive. I was just joking." It's a parent who punishes your silence, then blames you for being distant. The core of manipulation is this: they shift the blame onto you so you start questioning yourself instead of questioning them. Let me say that again. They want you focused on your reaction, not their behavior. Let's talk tactics, the specific ways emotional manipulators work. 1. Gaslighting. They deny things you saw with your own eyes. You bring up a hurtful moment and they say, "That never happened." You catch a contradiction and they say, "You're imagining things." Over time, you start doubting your own memory until you need their version of events just to feel sane. 2. Guilt tripping. They twist your empathy against you. You set a boundary and suddenly they're the victim. "I guess I'm just the worst person ever. You used to care about me more." You feel bad for protecting your peace, and that's exactly what they want. 3. The silent treatment. This one's brutal. They disappear emotionally or physically for hours, days, maybe weeks, then come back like nothing happened. It punishes you for speaking up and teaches you one thing: comply or be abandoned. 4. Love bombing and devaluation. At first they adore you, they praise you, shower you with attention, make you feel special. But once they've hooked you, the compliments turn to criticisms. You go from perfect to too much in the blink of an eye, and now you're chasing the version of them that never really existed. 5. Playing the victim. No matter how much they hurt you, somehow, they always end up the one who's suffering. They cry. They blame their past. They make you feel cruel just for holding them accountable. You might not see the damage at first because emotional manipulation doesn't leave bruises on your skin. It leaves bruises on your identity. It chips away at your confidence, your self-trust, your peace of mind, until eventually you start asking, is it really that bad? Maybe I am the problem. What if no one else will love me like they do? That's not love talking, that's trauma, and it thrives in environments where your reality is constantly questioned. Let's break it down. 1. You start doubting your perception. You saw them flirt with someone, but they said you were overthinking. You caught them lying, but they said you were crazy. And after enough of those moments, your gut instinct, it shuts down. Because what's the point of trusting it if they keep convincing you it's wrong? 2. You become addicted to their validation. Manipulators create the wound and then act like the cure. They hurt you, then show you affection just enough to keep you holding on. And before long, you find yourself craving their praise like oxygen, not because they've earned it, but because they've taught you to depend on it. 3. Your nervous system lives in survival mode. You're walking on eggshells, constantly scanning for emotional shifts. Is today going to be a good day? Did I say the wrong thing? Will they pull away if I speak up? This chronic anxiety takes a toll. Your sleep suffers, your energy drains, and your body starts believing that love means chaos. But let me tell you the truth. Love is not supposed to feel like war. 4. You isolate yourself. Here's the silent killer. Manipulators often work behind closed doors. They'll charm everyone else, but treat you like the problem. And if you open up to others, they'll say, "You're exaggerating. You're making them sound worse than they are. So you stay quiet. And that silence becomes a prison. But here's the thing. Just because other people don't see the manipulation doesn't mean it's not happening. Your experience is real, and your healing starts when you stop needing outside permission to honor it. And so how do you break free and rebuild your identity? Escaping emotional manipulation isn't about one dramatic exit. It's about slowly, powerfully reclaiming yourself, piece by piece. Let's walk through what that actually looks like. Step 1. Name the pattern. You cannot heal what you won't name, the moment you call it what it is. Manipulation, not miscommunication. Emotional abuse, not overreacting, is the moment you take your power back. Stop sugarcoating it. If they twist your words, ignore your boundaries, and make you feel guilty for being human, you're not in love, you're in a cycle of control. Step 2. Start listening to your nervous system again. Your body always knew. That tight chest, that pit in your stomach, that moment you looked at them and felt fear instead of safety. That wasn't in your head. That was your intuition, your survival system. Start checking in again. When do you feel calm? When do you feel anxious? When do you feel like you're walking on eggshells? Those patterns matter. Track them. Trust them. Step 3. Set boundaries like your life depends on it, because it does. Boundaries are not walls. They're filters. They don't keep love out. They keep manipulation out. You don't owe anyone constant access to your time, your energy, or your mind, especially someone who's proven they'll use it against you. Start small. Stop explaining your no. Stop replying out of guilt. Stop letting apologies replace real change. Because the moment you stop prioritizing their comfort over your safety is the moment the cycle begins to break. Step 4. Cut contact if you need to. Let me say this clearly. You cannot heal in the same environment that broke you. You might want closure. You might think you can be friends. You might feel guilty walking away. But you're not abandoning them. You're finally choosing you. And sometimes silence is the most powerful boundary there is. Step 5. Rebuild your identity. Here's what no one tells you. After emotional manipulation, you don't just heal from them. You have to heal from the version of yourself who tolerated it. That means rebuilding your self-trust, reconnecting with your values, redefining what love actually means. This part is messy. It's not linear, but it's where your power comes back. Because every time you choose peace over chaos, clarity over confusion, and truth over gaslighting, you become less of who they created and more of who you truly are. Closing words. Emotional manipulation is one of the most damaging and invisible forms of abuse. But if you've experienced it, survived it, or are still untangling from it, you are not weak. You are not broken. You are waking up. And the version of you that walks out of this fire, that version is unshakable. Comment below, what part of this hit you the hardest? What do you wish more people understood about emotional manipulation? Subscribe to the channel for more Stoic healing, power, and truth. Your story isn't over, it's just getting started.